So Sophie has cerebral palsy. She has four-limb cerebral palsy. Sophie was born 10 weeks premature, and very quickly after she was born was very unwell. She ended up with an infection. She had meningitis, and she spent a good 2 months in the intensive care unit for babies. So she's as she's grown bigger, and as we've gotten down the road, the mobility for Sophie is getting more and more difficult because she's a lot bigger now. It's harder to move her around.
Other parts of my role with Sophie involve meeting her respiratory needs and also looking at her posture and position, and that might be looking at the equipment that we have that she can use or orthotics that she has, looking at positions that are good to promote play and activities within the hospice.
She's got cerebral palsy. She has also epilepsy quite severely, so she does have seizures quite regularly, and they can be quite varied as well, so that's another thing we'll have to account for. And just generally we'll have to make sure that she's on top of her medicine all the time, and just make sure that we can keep her happy and comfortable, and make sure that she just lives as much of a normal life as she can.
So what's really important with specifically Sophie is that she is very sensitive to midazolam. So when she requires treatment for her seizures, we need to be really careful. So monitoring her really closely. She will need to have observations done. She might need some oxygen for recovery. And that is why parents probably feel quite comfortable now. We've got to know her. We know how she presents when she's seizing, and that's really reassuring for dad and mum to know that we know her really well. So that's a real good comfort that we have, I suppose, when they come here for respite stays.